The court battle between James McGibney, more commonly known as Bullyville, and Neil Rauhauser, more commonly known as a deadbeat dad, is back on.
Good golly, Miss Molly and Great Balls of Fire. Now, didn't I call this way back in 2014 when I said this case would last until 2022? And here we are today, just like I knew we would be.
Know-it-all Neil. Whatever you think you know, Neil knew it first.
We are all just puppets, and Neil Rauhauser is the puppet master, somewhere in the background, pulling our strings. This is the Iron Troll Show. I'm Zelio High.
And I'm Beatrice Yacht, and speaking of pulling strings, I do wonder where Neil Rauhauser gets his money. Any wages he made would be garnished to pay child support, but that has never been done. So where does Neil get his money? Anyway, back to the court case.
The Bullyville Rauhauser case began almost 10 years ago. Remember the reality show with Kate Gosselin, John and Kate Plus 8?
Oh yes, that was one of the most popular TV shows of its time. Those little kids were so cute.
Would you believe the Bullyville Rauhauser lawsuit had its origin with Kate Gosselin?
Honey, this is America where a reality TV personality got elected president, so yes, I would believe that.
We'll go into all the details in another show, but for now, long story short, around 10 years ago, Kate Gosselin and her fans were being harassed online. It escalated to the point of hacking, doxing, and death threats, and it moved into real life.
Bullyville had recently successfully taken down Hunter Moore. Please note I said Hunter Moore, not Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden had a laptop. Hunter Moore had a revenge porn website. Anyway, Bullyville decided to go after the Kate haters, which eventually led him to filing a lawsuit with numerous defendants.
Among those defendants was Miss Anon News, formerly known as Occupy Rebellion and currently known as Caden. Yes, the same Caden who was named in Devin Nunes's frivolous lawsuit against a cow. Caden hated Kate Gosselin and turned her infinite source of venom on Gosselin fans and on James McGibney.
Also a defendant was Thomas Retzloff, who was murdered 6 months ago, and no, an arrest has not been made in that case yet.
All of the original defendants were eventually dropped except for Neil Rauhauser. Neil actually couldn't be served for the lawsuit because he couldn't be found. Neil has been in hiding for years because he owes tens of thousands of dollars in unpaid child support.
Plus, there's some swatting shenanigans from 2012 that the FBI would like to have a word with Neil about.
Because Neil couldn't be served, Bullyville dropped his suit against Neil.
At the same time, Neil filed a countersuit under the Texas Citizen Participation Act, which was created to protect people from lawsuits that infringe on their First Amendment rights.
Neil borrowed money from a friend to hire a lawyer on contingency, meaning he wouldn't have to pay unless and until he won the case. Then Neil and his lawyer filed a countersuit against Bullyville's lawsuit that no longer existed and for which Neil was never served.
Neil's case went to court. The judge forgot to make a ruling, so Bullyville won by default. Neil appealed, and it went back to court where the judge awarded Neil $1 million plus $300,000 for legal fees to pay the lawyer. You know, the lawyer he hired with other people's money.
Golly gee, Piss Boy is going to be butt-hurting over the $1 million he's going to have to pay me, dadgummit.
No, Neil.
That's not true.
Bullyville appealed that decision and won. The appellate court overturned everything and awarded Neil Rauhauser $0.
Zip.
Nada.
Nothing. The judges pretty much implied that Neil's lawsuit was suspicious. That Neil didn't need to file a countersuit because he had never been served for Bullyville's lawsuit in the first place. And the legal bill submitted by Neil's lawyer was exceedingly high and padded. So the judges threw out everything except legal fees.
They sent the case back to the lower court for the judge to determine a more reality-based amount.
The current and official legal status of the case is that Rauhauser is to get $0. For the continuation of the trial that's upcoming, all that's left to decide is how much in legal fees Bullyville should pay to Neil's lawyer, who died last year. But now Neil has a new lawyer, Lane Haygood.
God knows how or why Rauhauser got a new lawyer, because Haygood won't get a dime from Neil. But still, Mr. Haygood has asked the court for a one-day final hearing.
Truth be told, no matter what the judge decides, this case will be headed back to appeals court once again.
But at this point, we're just waiting for the date to be set for the final hearing.
Let's hope the judge doesn't forget again. That's our show for today.
Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe.
Bye, everybody.
Y'all.
I laid a trail of breadcrumbs for Piss Boy and his fuck muppets, and gosh darn it, didn't they just eat them all up.